Hello friends and welcome. We're doing another replay review. This time we are up to Legend, Marci position 4. And you're saying you were losing a lot lately. You feel like you won this lane, but then the enemy got out-farmed, so what can you do? Let's check it out. There is an Alk that can be hard in pubs to deal with. I like this little smoke play you all did, though, to get started on the right foot. Quick stun into another stun. Should be a nice first blood for you. For Silencer, okay. That's fine, I guess. I think Silencer's the 5, so maybe not ideal. But what can you do? And then you guys are up in here. I think you actually want to kill Alk here. Definitely possible. So, like, he ran through here. I think you throw Alk back, and you have 4 heroes hitting him. I know he's not the first blood, so at this point, it's kind of like, whatever, a kill is a kill. But, like, it's demoralizing to be the alchemist, you know, and die and have to use your either TP at the start, although in this case, he'd probably be fine. You could just walk out. But you lose, like, ever so slight amount of gold. You, like, the moral defeat, you know? So I'd pick Alk if you can. Plus, it might make him late to the lane. And that's always good for you. I missed what you bought, but we're going to see in a second. All right, so in this lane, you may want another sentry, or you may want a sentry. Oh, you do want to stick this lane, by the way. So let's talk about your starting items. I wasn't fully paying attention to who is in this game. Orb of Venom is good for aggression, and actually it's kind of paying off because you got some kills, but PA is the carry down here, so I know there's going to be a ton of dagger spam, so stick is a lot of value. And Sand King's not really the kind of hero who runs people down with an Orb of Venom with you. It's more like a Dawnbreaker, a Slardar, you know, those kind of heroes. Like, Sand King stuns and then sandstorms. Maybe he's like Caustic Finale and he initiates in the creep wave, but like, he's a burst hero, and if he doesn't get the kill in the burst and the sandstorm, he doesn't really chase that hard, just because he's not very good at it. So I don't think you have to have the Oov. I think the stick to start building up charges would be better. Now, I say that, I mean, you got some kills with it, though you may have gotten those kills without the Oov as well. So if you don't get one at the start, I would definitely buy one soon. You do have it queued up, so I hope you pick it up right away. But I might even trade out this Fairy Fire and or these Iron Branches for the stick. Slightly greedy, but just because I think there will be a lot of cast. Like PA, and then it was either Lion or Skywrath, and then both of them will give you a lot of charges. And in fact, if it was a Lion down here, he's going to drain your mana, so we want to start building up charges pretty early. You do have a Sentry, so I like that. You're prepared to, like, help out Sand King once he has Sandstorm. You don't need to do this pull. This will likely lead to a bad pull, actually. Sand King is still level 1. He doesn't have a good wave clear. What's likely to happen is that this creep wave will push up, right? You're going to do this pull, and either... Actually, the timing may work out in your favor. I think this might actually stop you. Okay. Sand King got initiated on. His death is kind of irrelevant to what might have happened here. Let's pretend he stayed alive. You have these creeps, and Sand King is going to feel like he has to deal with them. But he doesn't have a lot of, like, armor and regen and stuff, and he doesn't have wave clear because he's not level 2. So he's just going to have to bring him under tower. That means PA and Skywrath are going to come over here, which means you haven't denied them anything, and they're going to get this hard camp. So your only option is to pull the creeps over here, which could work out, but not quite level 2 yet, and they did, so it's, like, kind of scary. Plus, there's no real need to, because if we go back to that time you pulled, this lane's pushing, right? Look at these 4 creeps. So I already know this lane's coming here. You actually don't have to do anything here. You can stay near Sand King, and in fact, both you should probably just retreat because they were level 2. Just let it happen. Now, she got that hard camp. You saw her farm that stuff. Some of those creeps are still alive, so now she's going to keep it out to balance this here. And then Sand King, he had to, like, the creeps came under tower. He's farming him here. So in the end, she didn't really lose all that much. We could probably even check net worth. She didn't really lose that much. She's still, she's even ahead of Sand King. I know part of that is the kill. But now Equilibrium's down here. If you hadn't done that pull, and if, you know, Sand King doesn't die, the lane's probably still out here, and they have too many creeps to deal with it. You know, and they have to do a small pull, but hey, you blocked it. And so then they have to do a hard pull, and you're just standing here watching Sand King farm, and you, like, stop any hard pulls that happen. So I don't think you actually want to pull there. Speed up, looks like you TP'd mid. SF has a bottle. You can even wait here when he TPs in and ask to be bottled once. If he's feeling up for it. Okay. Blocking that, sure. I don't mind. Okay, yeah, still no stick. I do think a stick would be really good. Stick would kind of solve your health and mana issues this lane. Ooh, I like it. Nice try. Didn't quite get it. No big deal. You got boots first. I can roam, but I have no mana. You know an item helps with that? A magic stick. Okay, secure the rune. All right, you want to do stacks. So let's go back. I guess we could have done it coming forward, but like, now that you pick up these boots, who's on your team? SF, Sand King. They farm, yeah, and they carry Silencer. Never mind. Okay, I thought it was sad that Silencer got the kill. I didn't realize he was the carry. Yeah, I really wasn't paying attention to the draft, I guess. SF and Sand King both want to like expedite their own farm. Now I know there's an Alk and you're gonna want to play aggressive, but at this stage, there's not that much you can do. So stacking is one of the better things you can do to help them hit their item timings faster, so that they can help you then go invade the Alchemist. So like right here, a little sooner after this play, this is where you like think about stacking. I don't think you'll make it in this case, so maybe we didn't have to come back for it. But let's look for going forward then. There's the bottle. 5-minute stack. Okay, so here, like, on your way down, we see we haven't really done anything, so that could have been a 5-minute stack. Oh, maybe you'll still make it. Ooh! Okay, you had to use a spell. I'm glad you stacked. I think if you were there, like, slightly sooner, it would have worked out. You could save your mana. I don't like this roam top here. This is no good. Why is this no good? Pop quiz, everyone. Tell me why it's no good. Okay, it's no good because this is your carries lane. Silencer's unique in that he does steal stats, so it's kind of nice to steal kills. That's true. Or get kills up here. But you really just don't want to draw attention to this Silencer in general, or to your carry. Because you're up here now, and you might go for a kill. What are they going to do? They're going to react. They're going to come top. They're going to try to help out up here. And then what? Now you got like a 3-on-3 lane. And if you get a bunch of kills, sure, it's kind of okay. Except for the fact that Silencer is competing with everyone for farm. It's very difficult to last it when there are 3-3 heroes threatening everything. Everyone's got to position very carefully because like going too far could lead to your death. So he's probably missing some last hits. He's splitting XP and stuff with you. The kills become a requirement. If you do not get kills, this play hurts. So it's high risk, medium reward, in my opinion. And in the meantime, their carry is going to be like 1v1 versus your offlaner. In this case, that might be okay for you because you have a Sand King. However, in this game, there's a mid Alchemist. And without extra help, Alchemist will continue to farm while you three are doing things up here. We want to invade Alchemist. Who do I need to invade Alchemist? I need Jakiro to be free. I need Shadow Fiend to be free. And I need Sand King to be free. But no matter how good of a game I give my carry will not be the one helping me slow down the Alchemist. Maybe a little bit, but in general, they will not be the one to help you deal with Alchemist. This is the time to deal with Alchemist. You need to be helping your carries. How can you help your carries? By stacking things. Double stack, gank, runes. Be down here for this kind of stuff. Sand King, if he starts losing his lead, there's your guy. In fact, he doesn't even have a lead, right? This is still a contested lane, and you're like no longer here. And so now here's their carry getting a kill, right? You guys got a lion kill. Oh, but Silencer died, right? So these are the kind of risks that can happen if you come up here. That this stuff happens, and maybe it works out in your favor, maybe it doesn't. But there are higher chance plays like elsewhere. So as a general rule, if you're the position 4, it never feels great to roam all the way up here. If you TP here because a fight's breaking out and you like turn the tides, that's fine, then run down. But you don't want to like actively choose to be up here Because the whole time you're walking away, you're like giving up pressure in the other lanes. And then like now you're playing up here and it's like, oh, I guess I could TP out now. But like, why did I do that? Why did I spend 40 seconds walking top just to spend mana to TP out when I could have just been bottom the whole time, doing things for that 40 seconds, save my TP for when things happen up here, for when things happen here, wherever. So I really don't like this play by coming up top. I really feel you should just double stack or keep playing your lanes. Like you and Sand King are like, not too bad. Like if you jump them in the creep wave, you stun them, you land your W, and then Sand King stuns, and he's like, they're standing in Sandstorm for like 4 seconds. That's a lot of damage. But now you keep coming top, and it's like, it's going to keep baiting people up here. Now, Alchemist is apparently just going to walk up here. He's trying to steal stacks. I respect it. You see how Alchemist is kind of like being uncontested, and now PA's also uncontested?
Dead.
PA did get killed in the meantime, and so did Skywrath, I guess. Well, I mean, you guys were up here for that, but like, I don't know. Even though that stuff's working out, do you see these differences in net worths? Like, maybe that's the easiest way to make my point. That this kind of play is generally not great. To continue to be up here all the time, it's a little different if your offlaner is destroying. Like a Beastmaster completely on his own. Sand King can potentially do it, but usually it's not the best. And usually, if your presence down here can help secure this tower, just do it. So like alternate path, you stay down here, you help Sand King continue to crush the lane, you reach the point where Sand King can be on his own, I probably still wouldn't go up here. I would still consider stacking. And in fact, if Sand King is on his own here and the carry can't come here, where do you think the carry is? They're trying to jungle and they suck at it. And now this is where you invade. Now, Marci's not perfect at it because Rebound kind of sucks in the jungle on her own now. But, like, that's where you're annoying. You steal their XP. You maybe even steal some last hits. You harass them. They're going to get low health because no one's good at jungling at this time of the game. And it's going to keep you in position to deal with this Alchemist. You scout out the stacks. You do things like that. So I feel like your early game, you're doing the wrong thing these last, like, 4 minutes. I agree your laning stage started well. This is great. Look. Off of this kill, what can we do? Pop quiz again. Pause if you need. I won't wait as long as till answering this time. We can take this tower. That's great. Maybe we can't. You could go ward. Also good. You could go stack your triangle. You could stack this half of the map and then they could farm it. You can go check for stacks. You can go check for further kills. You can roam mid. There's a lot of things to do here. Let's say you come up here and you get these kills. Do you want to shove this tower? It's like, it's really not that good. Are you going to like stack this jungle? I guess. Like, could you invade their triangle? I guess, but it's, you know, harder to than this jungle. So there's just like less plays off of coming top and getting successful kills here. Coming down here, successful kill, fantastic. Easy invade, very important tower. You're killing the carry versus killing the offlaner. You know, the bottom play is just generally better. I do kind of like this, actually. I kind of do because you just got to kill bottom. It's a very fast play to come up here. So I'm open to this. And it starts with you doing something down here. And then you're like, well, they're dead. You have time. And you TP up here very quickly. And then after you do this, I would love to see you walk back bottom. Or at least like into the enemy half to like ward. Wards are free. You can grab them. A couple sentries here and there don't hurt either. So this kill, I'm much more open to. I did not like you walking up here, then sitting here for a really long time. Yes, go stack. Yes, okay. Stacking, also good. And then you do seem to be heading back mid. I'm happy with that. And I hope it's clear why that's so much better, right? You came up here, your time up here was very brief. You got a kill, you left, very minimal time. Stealing XP from Silencer, baiting enemies up here, because you just killed them, you know, and then you left, and you showed somewhere else, so they're not motivated to come back up here. You do have to be a little careful if they're like, oh, Marci's TP is down, she can't, like, rotate to help. That you have to be a little careful of. But if you just killed someone off your rotation, it's harder for them to rotate up there. So just so many things are better about what you just did there, TPing in to make that play versus the previous walk up there and everything. Like Sand King with your help, maybe these are PA kills instead of PA getting kills. Oh, she's for all your help up here. Silencer's below her. All right, I'll stop beating that point to death. But that is a very important point, and if I don't remember to recap it at the end, that was probably the most important thing you could recognize as a position 4. Try to like stack and double stack over roaming all the way top and camping top. Unless there's truly nothing else to do, or like your carries farm and kills is like, specifically kills, are so important. But many games are not like that. See this net worth difference? Who's not being bothered? PA. Silencer getting kills, but not a bunch of like solo farm. Sand King is now speeding up in farm because he's reached a certain point and no one's like bothering him. You want to help him get to this point like 8 minutes sooner. And then you go to mid, not top. You continue to play with your super powerful mid laner or offlaner, or you like go up here. And hopefully you bring your super powerful offlaner to come kill like mid or come kill top or something. And then the carry can come down here and farm freely and whatever. And sometimes you have offlaners like Beastmaster who continue to play down here longer. That's fine. After you reach that point, then you could maybe go top, maybe go mid. I'd be open to that.
Sorry to disappoint you.
Okay, you're going on your Aether Lens. I think that's fine. It seems like it could be a decent Shard game. And pretty decent 4-staff, one or the other. I haven't been playing enough Marci to support to know if like going Shard is strictly better than like the 4-staff. The reason for either of those items though is because of Razor Link and because of Skywrath Ultimate. Kind of like 4-staff, so you can use Rebound for your own thing, but like I think Rebound to like throw someone away could also be good. And this play didn't quite work out. However, you did have the right heroes to do so, namely the Sand King. Why is the Sand King here now? Because he's finally done bottom. This is why it's important to help him finish this stuff off so that you can then bring him along for these kind of things. And if you do this sooner, he will be relatively more powerful than this Alchemist, who at this point has had 17 minutes of mostly free farm, and this is getting hard to deal with, right? So I feel like that was a big part of it. That I think it was about 5 minutes. 5 minutes to, well, now, really. I know we're kind of like speeding through these, but I don't have enough time. Sorry, guys. I mean, honestly, I would, if I was doing my own review, I'd stop now. I think that that's really the most important point to learn from here. To me, from here, unfortunate, probably a word there. You are pinging it. To me, from here, it's just like we're in a state of a game where we probably shouldn't be. To win from here, it's still possible. Silencer does scale kind of like nuttily. It's kind of weird with his like stat steal, right? And to your credit, you are in part of getting him those kills. So like I'm really only worried about Alchemist because, yeah, that PA, you know, not having a great game and Alchemist taking a bunch of farm. But Alchemist is 22 at 21 minutes, so like I'm not sure if it's doable. You pretty much have to avoid the Alchemist, and or all try to kill him. The fact that he's 22 means it's a little late for that. So that should have happened a little sooner. And then, the other, like, you just try to, like, deal with the other heroes. Like, Sand King's farming top, and you see people, like, mid and bottom. Quickly try to kill mid and, like, take some of these towers and try to recover a little bit that way. Because as you go later and later, Alchemist's net worth, like, stops meaning as much. But yeah, being double the net worth already at 22 minutes is, like... It's actually such a difficult game from here to the point where, like, I think we'll actually stop here. Because everything else after this is kind of like, meh. There's not much to do in this situation. So I really do think what we talked about is a very important point. So I'm actually okay with that being the main major lesson. The, like, magic stick at the start is fine. That'd be another cool thing to do. I think your build overall is fine. Deciding if you want more stun this game. It might be good just because, like, as you think about killing Alchemist, it's really about making sure he doesn't use Chemical Rage. So maybe a couple extra, you know, couple seconds on Dispose is worth it. From, like, let's talk about that early roaming, right? From 1.3 stun versus, like, having 230, 300 more magic damage. Or having, like, an extra 0.8 seconds of stun and, like, a little less damage. But you're trying to kill Alchemist and you're going to bring teammates, right? So I kind of think in that regard, the stun might have been worth a little more this game, but that's not, like, the reason you lost. The reason you lost, we already kind of covered. So, okay, that's it. Yeah. I'll see you all in the next video. Bye.